To solve formulas that have squared numbers in them, you follow this process. Let's say we have this formula here, d equals 16t squared, which happens to be how you can find the distance in feet that a skydiver falls in t seconds before opening their parachute. Okay? So let's say we want to find how long it's going to take a skydiver to fall 816 feet before they open the parachute. So 816 is going to be our distance, so we're going to put that in for D, and we're going to rewrite the rest of the equation. There's the formula, sorry. Now, I need to solve for T. I'm always trying to solve for the variable when I'm working with equations. So I'm going to start by looking at what's happening over here. Well, 16 is being multiplied by T, so I want to get rid of that 16 first. So I'm going to divide both sides by 16, okay? And 816 divided by 16 is 51. Here, remember, that just gets rid of that, so I'm just left with t squared, okay? Let me grab my calculator. Now, to finish solving here, what this says is that 51 equals t squared, not t. We have to, this t is still not by itself because remember, t squared is the same as t times t. We need just one t to know what the time is. So the way that we solve this is we have to undo a squared by finding the square root. And just like we did up here where we divided both sides by 16, if we're going to take the square root of this side of the equation, we have to also take the square root of that side of the equation. So doing this, what it does over here is it just gets rid of both of those. So now we have just t. And then to solve the square root of 51, we're going to use our calculator. The square root button is right above this squared symbol. See, it's right up there. So the yellow functions, you push the second button, and then there, see, it shows you right there that we're finding the square root. And then we type 51, and we get this number. And we're going to round it just to the 10th place. So it's 7.1 seconds is how long it'll take the parachuter to fall, the skydiver, to fall 816 feet. It'll take them 7.1 seconds to fall 816 feet. So I want you to try using this, it's the exact same formula. It's going to be D equals 16t squared. And let's say that your skydiver is falling 480 feet. Pause the video and figure out, using the same steps, how long it will take them to fall 480 feet, and then restart the video to check your work. All right, so we're going to use the same formula. Distance equals 16 times time squared. 480 is our distance. We're going to rewrite everything we didn't use. I need to get the t by itself, so I'm going to start by dividing both sides by 16. That gets rid of that there, and I'm left with t squared. 480 divided by 16 is 30, so 30 equals t squared. I need to unsquare the t. To do that, I'm going to take the square root. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. That gets rid of it here, so I'm left with just t. And again, to find the square root, I do the second button, then right there, and 30, and we'll round it to 5.5 seconds.